Hello, my friend, and welcome to Fluent Path English. I'm Hasan, and today I'm going to help you take your English from intermediate to a true C1 advanced speaker. Tell me, have you ever felt like you understand English? You can speak a little, but when it's time to talk confidently, your mind suddenly goes blank? Don't worry, you are not stuck. You are just one powerful strategy away from the next level. If you're serious about sounding natural, confident, and advanced in English, stay with me. This is your moment. Let's begin your journey. So today, you're going to learn how to go from the intermediate levels of English up to the C1 advanced level. Okay? But first of all, what does it mean to be at the intermediate plateau? Essentially, it means you can have conversations and get by. But you might feel like you can't express yourself with precision and you've stopped making progress. C1 Advanced might seem very far away. The problem isn't always that you need to learn more words. Often it's that you need a better system for how you think in English. In this video, I'm going to share the exact methods to help rebuild your English so you can speak with more spontaneity and confidence. This isn't just a list of vocabulary. This is a system to help you break through that barrier. Section 1. The C1 Mindset Shift. Beyond Vocabulary Lists. Let's be honest, the feeling of being stuck can be frustrating. You can understand movies and read articles, but when you need to speak, there can be a gap between the ideas in your head and the words that come out. Many people try to fix this with endless vocabulary lists and grammar apps, only to feel that their progress has stopped. The breakthrough happens when you realize the intermediate plateau is not just a knowledge problem. It's a system problem. You don't always need more information. You need a better way to process and deliver it. Moving from B2 to C1 isn't about adding more words on top of what you know. It's about improving your foundation. Now, according to experts, getting from B2 to C1 can take around 200-300 hours of dedicated study, so it's important that your study habits are efficient. At the C1 level, you need to express yourself fluently and spontaneously, and use language flexibly for social, academic, and professional reasons. It's about being able to structure your own speech effectively. Today, we will focus on installing that new system by looking at 3 foundational pillars. First, discourse management, which is about the structure of your speech. Second, engineered spontaneity, which is the ability to think and react quickly. And third, an advanced lexical resource, which means using words with more precision. Section 2, Pillar 1, Mastering Discourse Management. So let's dive into the first pillar, discourse management. This is a term from language testing, and it essentially refers to your ability to produce clear, well-structured speech on complex subjects. To put it simply, it's how you organize your ideas and guide the listener. B2 speakers often talk in separate sentences. C1 speakers, on the other hand, tend to speak in more structured paragraphs. A powerful tool for this is using advanced connectors. You already know and, but, and so. To reach C1, you need to use a wider array of them. Think of connectors as signs that tell the listener where you're going. If you're adding a point, changing direction, or finishing your thought. For example, instead of but, you could try using however, nevertheless. Or having said that, instead of so, you can elevate your language with consequently as a result, or for this reason. Instead of just adding ideas with and guide your listener with phrases like furthermore, moreover, or in addition to this. Let's take a simple question. Is remote work a positive development? A B2 level answer might be, yes, I think remote work is good. You have more flexibility, but it can be lonely, so companies need to help. It's an okay answer, but let's try to rebuild it with a C1 structure. On the one hand, the shift to remote work has been very positive, primarily because of the increased flexibility it offers. As a result, many people report a better work-life balance. Having said that, it's important we don't overlook the potential downsides like feelings of isolation. For this reason, companies must create strategies to help build a sense of community. You can see the difference. The ideas are the same, but the structure creates a clear argument that is easy to follow. This is discourse management. Something that will help you with this is to find a list of C1 level connectors and practice using one new connector each day in your speaking or writing. Section 3. Pilar 2. Engineering. Spontaneity. The second pillar is spontaneity. A key skill at the C1 level is the ability to express ideas fluently, even on topics you are not familiar with, without searching for words too much. Often, the fear of making a mistake is what causes you to freeze. You might be searching for the perfect word or grammar, and it interrupts your flow. We need to train you to do the opposite, to focus on flow even if it's not perfect. Spontaneity is not a talent. It is a skill you can build. Here are 2 drills to help you build this skill. The first is the 30-second spontaneity drill. I want you to pick a random abstract noun. Words like justice, ambition, humor, or nostalgia. Set a timer for 30 seconds and just speak about that topic without stopping. The goal is not to say something perfect. The goal is to keep talking and force your brain to make connections in English under pressure. You might hesitate, but you are training your brain. The second drill is the opinion loop. Find a news headline or a common topic. In 60 seconds, try to do 3 things. First, state your opinion. Second, give one reason for it. And third, argue the opposite point of view. This forces you to be flexible with language and think about topics from different sides, which is a key part of advanced communication. For example, on social media. In my view, social media has been harmful to society because it encourages superficial connections. On the other hand, you could argue it's a powerful tool for social movements and giving a voice to people who didn't have one. This practice directly builds your interaction skills. Section 4, Pillar 3, Advanced Lexical Resource. Now finally, your lexical resource. It's important to note I didn't just say vocabulary. This isn't about memorizing long lists of words. It's about developing a wide range of language to express yourself with precision. This pillar has 3 important parts. First, collocations. These are words that are often used together, and using them is one of the secrets to sounding more natural. You don't do a mistake. You make a mistake. You don't have strong rain. You have heavy rain. B2 speakers learn words. C1 speakers learn word partnerships. It's a good idea to start a collocation journal. When you learn a new word, don't just write its definition. Try to write down the verbs and adjectives that are commonly used with it. Second, Idiomatic language. Idioms can seem difficult, but you don't need to learn hundreds. You can start with 10 to 15 common idioms and practice them until they feel natural. Phrases like to get the ball rolling, to be on the same page, to bite the bullet, or a blessing in disguise. Using these correctly shows a deeper understanding of the language. Third, shading meaning. This is where you can sound truly advanced. Instead of using a simple word like good, ask yourself, how is it good? Is the idea insightful? Is the plan feasible? Is the person considerate? Instead of bad, is the situation problematic? Is the outcome detrimental? Is the comment inappropriate? This is like painting with more colors. Here is an actionable step. The sentence upgrade. Take a simple sentence you've said or written. For example, the book was interesting. Now upgrade it. What kind of book was it? A thought-provoking novel. How was it interesting? It offered a profound commentary on society. The upgraded sentence is, it was a thought-provoking novel that offered a profound commentary on modern society. This conscious practice of upgrading your language is how you build an advanced lexical resource. Section 5. Putting it all together, the daily C1 workout. Knowledge is not very useful without application. So let's combine these pillars into a 25-minute daily workout that will help you move towards C1. Minutes 1-5 Spontaneity Drills. Start with 2 30-second drills on abstract words. Then, do 1 60-second opinion loop on a current event. This will warm up your brain to think more quickly. Minutes 6 to 15. Active listening and shadowing. Find a 3 to 4 minute clip from a podcast, a TED Talk, or an interview. First, just listen and write down any new collocations or advanced connectors you hear. Second, listen again and shadow the speaker. This means you speak at the same time as them and try to mimic their pronunciation, intonation, and rhythm. Shadowing is a very effective technique for developing more natural fluency. Minutes 16-25. Record, analyze, rebuild. This is your feedback loop. Find a C1 level discussion question online. For example, to what extent does technology improve our quality of life? Record yourself answering this question for 2 minutes. Then listen to your recording. Don't cringe. Listen with a critical ear. Identify one area to improve. Maybe you didn't use good connectors or your vocabulary was too simple. Now, re-record your answer, but this time, focus on improving that one thing. This process of practice and self-correction is where real growth happens. Breaking through the intermediate plateau can feel like a difficult climb, but it is not about climbing higher. It's about building smarter. C1 fluency is not a destination you arrive at after learning a certain number of words. It is a system that you build through deliberate practice. It's a system built on the structure of discourse management, the skill of engineered spontaneity, and the precision of an advanced lexical resource. You can learn to express your ideas clearly and hold a conversation on complex topics. It just requires a different kind of work, not harder work, but smarter work. The journey from B2 to C1 is where you stop just translating and start truly living in English. Now I want to hear from you. In the comments below, tell me which of the 3 pillars, discourse management, spontaneity, or lexical resource, you are going to focus on first. Your journey to C1 starts today. And if you're ready to continue building that system, make sure you subscribe for more videos just like this one. Thank you for watching, and go start your C1 workout.